Hey, what's up, guys? Thought I'd do something different today. Recently, I've been getting back into Berserk, and I wanted to share with you guys why I enjoyed the franchise. I first got into Berserk when I heard about the anime. Without watching it, I heard about a cliffhanger in the ending. But yeah, the anime is how I got into Berserk. I was just anxious to know what this cliffhanger was. However, I'm gonna start with my manga collection. This is volume 1. I love the artwork on these covers. The first 3 volumes are based off the Black Swordman saga, which is about the main character Guts seeking out vengeance on the God Hand. At this point, we don't know much about them until later on in the story. By the way, guys, I'll keep this spoiler free. With that being said, I find it funny how the first episode of the anime is based off the 3 volumes. So you could just imagine the material that was cut from the manga. Puck is a good example of what was lacking in the anime. After the 3rd volume, we start in the Golden Age saga, which is a flashback to a young Guts. Not only Guts, but this is the introduction to the Band of the Hawks, which is mainly where the anime and the movies are based off this saga. I know this isn't saying much, but the anime is a little toned down compared to the manga counterpart. Without saying much about the story, this saga is basically about Guts growing up as a mercenary, Guts joining the Hawks, and the rise and fall of the Band of the Hawks. I believe the anime is based off volume 1 through 13. Volume 1 through 3 is basically the Black Swordsman saga, and 4 through 13 is the Golden Age saga. It's also worth mentioning that chapter 83 was later removed in the manga because the author felt like it was revealing too much. After volume 14, I really don't want to spoil anything here, but a lot of drastic changes were made to the characters in the story. Volume 14 has an extra chapter which is a prototype that the author Miriora wrote for Berserk. That there's some changes in Guts' appearance. The Convention saga starts on volume 14. I believe the first arc is the Lost Children arc. And volume 16, the Binding Chains arc starts. Volume 17, we got the Birth Festival of Art. Volume 22 starts the Millennium Falcon saga, which I believe 2 video games of Berserk is based off this saga. The Millennium Falcon is basically a new version of the Band of the Hawk. The first arc in this saga is the Holy Evil War, and in this arc, there is so much impact that was happening during this arc. So if you watch the anime only, there's a huge revolution in this story. You're missing out. The Falconia arc starts near the end of Volume 27. It's also worth mentioning that the cover for Volume 27 is also used on one of the Berserk games. In Volume 35, we got a new saga, which is the Fantasia saga, which has the Elf Island arc. So yeah, that's all the manga volumes I own. I think I'm missing one. I don't recall. It's kind of hard to tell because the manga is really slow. You see, the serialized isn't published monthly or weekly like other manga franchises. I think we get like a volume maybe once or twice a year. So it's really slow. Anyways, now that we got that out the way, let's focus on some figures I have. The first one I got is based off Guts from the Golden Age. I think Art of War made this one. I bought this at my local comic book shop. I'll show you some close-ups. The next one is Figma's Guts figure. This one is based off the Black Swordsman. I still have the packaging, as you can see. I'll show you some views of the packaging. This one's very detailed. The only problem I have with it is that it's small compared to the Art of War figure. Anyways, let me give you out some cool poses from Guts. And here's the DVDs. This is the set I bought. This cover is misleading though, because it has Guts from after the eclipse, but we all know the anime takes place from the Golden Age saga. I also find it weird that the DVD cover is sideways. The extras are pretty cool. I find the bloopers really random but really funny. Here's the DVD art, which is a total of 6 DVDs. And here's the Berserk movies, which is also based off the anime that is volume 3 through 13. I love how detailed the art is on this cover. If you look closely, you can even see like the kingdoms, the battles with the horses, and wow, I just realized Zod is in the cover. That's awesome. Here's the second movie, and once again, the art is amazing. I love the battlefield scene in the bottom. And I just now realized that the Skull Knight is on the cover. The third film doesn't have much details compared to the other 2 films, but it's still cool regardless. Overall, each animated adaptation is pretty much the same storyline, but each adaptation, whether it's the anime or the movie, is either adding something that the other media doesn't have. A good example I could give you is the gore is more cruel in the movies compared to the anime. But the anime has some stuff that wasn't even in the movies, like the Queen's schemes to take out Griffith. Either adaptation is fine, but something will always be cut out, unfortunately. But if you want to know which one I'll pick, I'll say go for the movies. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation I made. And for any Berserk noobs, I hope I inspire you to get into Berserk. And for Berserk hardcore fans, I hope I relit that fire to get back into the series. Until we get a new chapter, that is, you know. That's all I have for this video. But if you guys like what you saw, make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out guys.